Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's Amber Kivett here with Lifepro. I'm super excited to be back into the swing of things. It's been a while since I've been able to do some online workouts with you. And so today I'm going to take you through some vibration workouts and some bounce workouts. If you are not familiar with who I am with Lifepro, I've been with Lifepro since 2018, middle of 2018, 2019. And I am the leader of their health and wellness department and help out with designing and quality control, education, and trying to find different ways to use our many products for multiple reasons aside from what they were originally created for. We're trying to find so many different ways that you can use the same product for multiple outcomes. And so today, one of my favorites is the whole body vibration plate, or we call it whole body vibration platform. You can call it whatever you want to. But we are going to start today with a workout, just a short express 10-minute workout using the vibration platform. Today, I'm going to be featuring the Rumble X Plus, which is my favorite. Those of you who know me well, that the Rumble X series are my favorite. Why? Because they all have 3 motors, and the more motors that you have, the more change that you have to the body with less effort on your end. You just have to get on the magic machine and let it change your body as you stand in it and enjoy the ride. But today I'm going to teach you how to enjoy the ride, how to adapt, how to get the most out of it, and how to combine that with the rebounders that we have just come out with. So we come out with the Jump Track Lite and Jump Track Pro rebounders, or we call them trampolines rebounders. It's interchangeable. And what is wonderful about trampolines and rebounders in a controlled setting on a smaller scale versus the ones that you're used to seeing outside, rebounding is a combination of gravity, acceleration, deceleration, requiring balance, coordination, and stimulates more bone tissue to be regenerated. So those of you who are suffering from restless leg syndrome or osteoporosis or degenerative disc disease, you've got arthritis, and you're afraid to go outside or afraid to go to the gym and do some heavier impact exercise, rebounding is exceptionally awesome for low impact total body workout, and it doesn't take much effort. And it's fun. It's so much fun. But a lot of great benefits, especially in the senior citizen population. I like to call them our masters athletes versus our senior citizens. They're the ones who seem to have the most wisdom as their body gets older. And so we've got to teach all of you how to age younger and finding a younger version of yourself, whether it's finding youth in your spirit or transforming the body on a cellular level to younger. The more stress that we bring into our life, the more mutation our cells go through, oxidative stress, the mitochondria become distorted. And so if we can change how our cells work, and if we can change how our connective tissue and our fascia receive energy, then we get to age younger as the years roll on. I want to show you really quick a picture of why rebounding works out the way it does in making a difference in so many of us. As our connective tissue, as we get older or as we don't move as much, our tissue gets really tangly. And so this is what it looks like. If you can see it without the glare, you can see on one side, let me come up here a little bit closer. Let's do this. When you see the picture, when you see up close, you're going to see one on one side that has lots of tangles. You're going to see the other side, which looks more like a fishnet. The one on the fishnet side is actually really healthy. The one on the other side that looks like it's tangled up yarn is not so healthy. And what's really cool with our fascia and our connective tissue is we can reshape it, we can restructure it, and we can create springability, elasticity back in that tissue. How do we do that? Using the rebounder. That is the #1 easiest way to get our bodies to reshape and regenerate, restructure itself, especially the fascia. It eliminates some of the kinks, some of the knots. So if you're suffering from restless leg syndrome, or if you're suffering from plantar fasciitis or any kind of lower body pain, it has to start with the feet and it has to start with the calves. And our connective tissue on a healthy day should look something like this. And that's when everything is happy and functioning really well. On an unhappy day, it looks like this nasty web. And that nasty web creates those little adhesions over time. And guess what releases them naturally? Vibration is a mechanical stimulant to break down those cross bands, those structures that are keeping your muscles from being able to work. And not only that, as soon as we release them and get those bands to release so that we can get the muscles to work, then rebounding is actually what reshapes them. And rebounding is very similar to doing high intensity ballistic, where you're bouncing, jumping on solid ground, but you're taking the impact out of it. So that is why rebounding is such a wonderful thing. When we look at our connective tissue and the fascia and how it remodels itself, it connects everything to everything. There are no empty spaces, no start or end. So that web that you see that attaches skin and fat to muscle and bone, it is all intricately connected. And so springing, jumping, bouncing, and vibration is what helps to reshape and restructure that. And so that's why Lifepro coming out with the new jump tracks are going to make your life so much more comfortable and pain-free, because it is the jumping and the bouncing that takes this tissue that's all bound up. That's what fascia that's all bound up and nasty, and somebody who has pain, we're decompressing them, releasing that, and then now I get to restructure it, and we restructure it through vibration and through the rebounders. So I want to go through a workout with you all today. I want to show you another picture here really quick. As we get older, we tend to move less. So you see that those tangles that looks like piled up yarn on the side where the man is sitting. That is what a lot of our bodies look like today before we get on vibration and before we get on the trampolines. And that happens because of not enough motion, and things get stagnant because it's furthest away from the body. So the lymphatic system struggles in trying to pump all that stuff back up. But what we need to know is jumping, you see the jump rope, jumping and multiple contacts with the ground is what restructures that yarn looking pile into nice springy looking tissue that looks more like fishnet stockings dipped in jello. That's what makes our body happy. And that's where our hormones are regulated and connected through. So the fascia actually controls the entire body. If our body is stressed, if we're not moving, and if we have pain, stress hormones go up, autoimmune issues go up, immune system crashes, and then you're tired, you don't want to move, you don't feel good, and so it's just a vicious cycle. So I'm going to break that cycle today. I'm going to get on the vibration board and just show you some basic things. We're going to get on the Rumble X Plus is the one I'm on. You can get on any vibration platform you want to, and if you don't have a vibration platform, if you want to get on a treadmill and walk around, or if you just want to march in place and do some of these exercises I'm doing in contact with the ground, it is better than not doing anything. But when we get on a vibration plate and we shake things up a bit and we allow the vibration to mechanically excite our entire body, we get blood flow, we get loosening up, we take the tension off the frame, because the first thing that happens when we go to bed at night is everything curls inward. So what we want to do is turn everything back away. And it doesn't happen very easily first thing in the morning. So I want you to get in the habit of getting on your vibration platform first, if you have one. And we're going to do that barefoot. Why? Because 80% of the nerve cells that provide your brain with feedback about where you're at, center of gravity and space, hormone regulation, and our pelvic floor firing, as well as our balance and coordination controls, only exist on the skin, on the palms of our hands, and on the soles of the bottom of our feet. So I do a lot of vibration on the platforms without shoes on, because I want to excite those little cells and make them really, really happy, so that they're absorbing the information to my brain. My brain can provide the electrical connections in order to make the decisions in my body, so that my body continues to thrive as we continue to move on from point A to point B, or whatever it is that we're trying to do and living our dreams out. When we get on the rebounders, we are going to be putting our shoes on, because we don't want to do barefoot rebounding unless we are in a controlled exercise program, which I'll be sharing in the future. If you have foot ankle issues, if you have knee pain, if you have any kind of pain from the waist down, I will teach you some very specific exercises that you can do barefoot on the rebounder. But we're not meant to do more fitness exercise workouts relation on the rebounders without shoes on. So we will take a moment, put shoes on, get on the rebounder, and then we'll go through an introductory process into a workout of how we can get the elasticity and the spring ability and things working in our calf and in our lower legs and in the rest of our body. You're going to feel your heart rate going up. You're going to feel your respiration is going to go up. So make sure that you're breathing. Make sure that you've got on clothes that are not too loosey-goosey, because if you got loosey-goosey clothes on, you're going to get all tripped up. And then if you happen to have, for the vibration platform, If you happen to have the mini loop bands that came with your product, go ahead and grab those out. We're just going to start with some basics for 10 minutes. I also like to do a lot of thigh work, a lot of squats with the thighs, and I have this hip circle, and you can get those on Amazon, $10 or less. But I like to use those little tools in order to enhance the programs on the vibration board, and then we can actually take those also to the rebounders so that you can see how those work. Now, before I get the workouts going, I want to share with you really quick the difference. That this is not the sales pitch. We've already done a launch before, but I do want to make sure that you understand the difference when you're looking at the rebounders, the jump tracks. There are two different products. The one that is on over here with the blue, that has a max capacity of 350 pounds, and that is our Jump Track Pro. The one that is green over here on this side has a weight capacity of 225 pounds, and that is the Jump Track Lite. So they are both the exact same size, 40-inch diameter with a jump mat in the center, which is 30 inches diameter. The Pro, the blue board, the blue jump track happens to have a bungee cover that covers all over the bungee cords. I don't have it displayed on there because I wanted you all to be able to see that they're pretty much identical. And so the next time you see the rebounders, you might see the bungee cover that goes on the outside of the Pro, but it does not come with the other. So I just wanted you to see the difference. They're exactly the same. Just one has a different capacity, which means that the jump mat is a heavier duty jump mat. The bungee cords are probably a little bit heavier duty, but the frame itself, the adjustable handlebar, the computer on board that keeps track of how many jumps you get in and calories and all that good stuff and time in, all those features are exactly the same on both products. So if you're confused and if you're curious, based on price difference, go to the side of error caution and choose the Pro because it has a heavier duty jump center, a jump pad, and so that you're going to get longevity of that. But remember, with all Lifepro products, you're getting a lifetime warranty. So if anything happens to your product, we'll make sure and get you all taken care of and get it replaced for you because customer service is top priority for Lifepro. When it comes to vibration boards, you can use whatever you got. If you happen to have our Waver Mini, if you happen to have a Turbo, if you happen to have the Rhythm, again, I'm featuring the Rumble X because it's one of my favorites and I use it all the time. But do feel free to use whatever you have. It does not have to be a Lifepro product. And when it comes to getting comfortable from one to the other, we're going to go from a lot of sensory of exciting how our body feels on the vibration platform straight to bouncy, having fun on the jump track. And so it's going to be a little bit of a sensory shift. So we'll take our time, ease into it, and have ourselves a little fun. Last but not least, when it comes to the jump track, make sure, I'm going to move one of these out of the way before we get started because I only want to use one of them today. They are only intended for one-person operation. So if you have kiddos around, don't let your kids get on the jump track with you at the same time. It's not safe, it's not big enough, and it's not going to support the dynamic loading of two people when it comes to how everything shifts. And then when it comes to space, make sure that you have about 7 feet of space in your room where you can sit the jump track so that if you need to get off and on and you need to adjust, you've got room to do that. And we want a ceiling clearance of 10 feet because you don't want a ceiling fan underneath of you. You don't want a light fixture. If you can jump up and touch the ceiling, make sure that you have plenty of room to bounce so that you're not going to bonk your noggin from being on something that will lift you into the air. It's a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy it. Hey, if you're listening in, give me an idea of where you're at in the country or in the world for that matter, because we are chiming in on YouTube and Facebook Live right now. And we've got people that listen in from all over the world. That's one of my favorite parts of the job is being able to talk with so many of you, answering your questions, hearing your success stories, and hearing how we as Lifepro are making a difference of you at home without having to hire a professional. You get all the best things that you can get in a med spa, at your local PT setting, or your local gym at the convenience of home for next to nothing with products that are lifetime warranty, great quality, and great team behind you to being able to teach you all the stuff that you need to know for free. So let me know what we can do to make your life better here at Lifepro, and we'll do what we can to make a difference. Okay, getting my space set up here. So if you want to go ahead and get your vibration board situated, I'm going to move this to the middle, and shoes are there and ready to go. We're going to start. If you happen to have a Rumble X product, the Rumble X, when it comes to the Rumble X series, 3 motors, I like to use the P2 setting on all of the vibration boards that are Rumble X series. So if you have a Rumble X series and you're wanting to know what Amber's using today, Amber loves to use P2. If you are wanting to just get on and get loosened up and you want to go with a preset program that's lower level to moderate level, you choose what makes you feel safe, because that's the most important thing, is make sure that you feel safe. And then make sure that you also have a bottle of water handy, because we are going to need it. I am not going to turn on music, because music can be a hit or miss as to how many people love or hate the music. So we're not going to be using music today. I'm just going to take you through some exercises as we're experiencing the burn together, and giving you some direction, some cueing direction on what to do in order to get the best out of this combined experience with Vibe and Bounce. Something new that we're starting is Vibe and Bounce. I love it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We got to just get our body loosened up. So we're going to start by just getting on board the platform and go ahead and hit start. I'm going to get my cord situated here so that you can see all of me. This is always the fun part, is trying to create the space so that you can see all of Amber. Okay, so we are on. Now, what I want you to focus on, you're on your platform. Remember, the closer that your feet are, the less intense it is. The wider your feet are, the more you're going to feel it. If you want to feel your body shaky, lots of, I personally, if I'm on the vibration board, if I'm not shaky, if I don't feel like my junk in the trunk is going everywhere, then I don't feel like I'm getting anything out of it, because I want those toxins to get out of the system. So the further that your feet are from the center, the more that you're going to get some jiggle factor. Don't be ashamed of jiggle factor, because you got to shake the fat free from the fascia. You got to shake loose all those bonds in order to be able to metabolize it and use those energy stores for fat blasting. I have used the Rumble X for years. It came out in 2020, and I'm still on the same one from 5 years ago. And I have dropped over 50 pounds in the last several years just using Lifepro products. You can watch my whole shrinking transformation on YouTube, because I recorded all of it. But let's just take a nice deep breath in and blow it on out. When you're breathing in, I want you to focus on breathing through the nose and blowing through a big straw through your mouth. Nice job. From here, I want you to take your hands. I want you to track down into your knees. And as you find your shins, I want you to stand tall, okay? And what I'm trying to get you to do by tracking your hands over your knees, number one, we're providing balance and support. We're creating body awareness. And as you are getting all jiggled about, we're staying centered with our neurosensory, our pelvic floor is firing, and we're getting better movement. That's the goal of this, okay? If you can keep your feet flat when you're dropping down, if you can only get to here, that's okay. But we're going to reach down, and then this time we're going to rotate for 1 foot, and then we're going to come on back up. We're going to squat down, rotate for another foot. You choose whichever foot you want to. If you can't rotate with your opposite hand, that's okay. If we squat down to here and we want to reach for same foot, same side, that's okay. But we're loosening up these muscles here in the torso. I work with pain every single day with clients. My niche in my medical business is instant pain relief. And a lot of people that I have that are coming in have a lot of pain in their hips, in their back, and in their neck, because they don't have rotational mobility. And we need to get that back so that we take the pressure off the hips and off the knees. So squat down if you want to reach for the ground, and then you can roll up. If you can't get back up, watch here. If you're here and you're like, wait a second, I can't get up, put the hand on the knee, put the hand on the knee, push yourself up, okay? We're gonna bring those feet a little bit closer to the center. We're gonna step out and step in, which is just about getting balance here. Step out, step in, step out, step in. And if we had music going on, then we would be getting a little dance going on here. But we don't have music, so we're just gonna pretend. If you wanna play music at your place in the background, by all means, please feel free to do so. Okay, now why is this important? Because we're going to step off, we're gonna put a resistance band that came with your product on the ankles. You're gonna get back on, carefully get back on, and we're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna feel a big difference in how those butt muscles are firing and how those hips are firing. So we're gonna reach down, find those knees, stand tall, and as you're standing tall, imagine I'm giving you a $100 bill through the screen. Benjamin Franklin is on the $100 bill. I want you to put the $100 bill, put Benjamin in your butt crack, and squeeze him tight as you are standing tall so that we are firing those butt muscles, which stabilize your hips. So those of you who are having trouble with balance, or you're wanting to build that beautiful butt, or you're wanting to work on more stability so that you don't fall when you're walking, then make sure you're squeezing Benjamin Franklin with your butt. All right, very good. Last one there. Yes. And as the program enhances, as the intensity goes up, you're going to feel more and more burn. And some of you might feel an itching sensation, and that's exactly what we're looking for. If you don't feel an itching sensation right away, that's okay. So we're going to stand on one side, or tap into the out. Okay, tap into the outside. However you feel comfortable doing it is how you can do it. Now, if you want to get all adventurous on me here, and you want to step down and then come back up, that is a much deeper workout on the quads, on the glutes, and on the hips. All right, so feel free to step down and off and bring it back on, because half of your body through the groin on up is going to get lots of vibration. The other one is pushing away with control. All right, nice job. Let's switch sides. So we're going to load other side, step, get your balance. Nice work. Super excited to see you all here today. It's been a long time since I've been on camera. I had to take off several months over the summer and get some inflow, some energy pouring into myself. Went through one of the hardest years of my life ever last year, going through divorce, single mom, 14-year-old daughter, changing schools, and just figuring it all out. Had an autoimmune disease that attacked my mouth, and so had to take some time off because I couldn't talk. And so here we are, we're back. That means found my way, and Lifepro has been a huge part of my recovery. Would not be able to function without Lifepro products. Now we're going to step out and pull it back together. Step out, pull it back together. And if you want to use those hands on those knees, there is no problem in doing that. No shame in using those hands on those knees. Good. All right, last one right here. Nice job. Now we're going to go out, out, in, out, out, in. Then we're going to reverse. We're going to go out the other foot, bring it in. And if you're on a little bitty plate, that's okay. You just do what you need to do. Good. Now we're going to alternate. So we're going to go out one side, out, bring it in, and then we're going to reverse. Go back the way we came. And then we reverse again. That way we're not favoring our hip one side versus the other. Okay? Good. Now, as you drop out, squat to center, bring it back in. Drop out, squat to center, bring it back in. And so you just mix and match wherever you want those feet to go and just have some fun with it. Nice job. Out, out, in, out, out, in. Okay, on this next one, I want to make sure that we are loosening up in all areas. So we're going to step back and then step two. Step back and step two. If you have trouble with your band and your band is rolling up on you and it's causing some pinching, then get rid of the band. It's okay. Step back into a bit of a lunge, come back up. Step back into a lunge, come back up. I'm going to turn this sideways so you can see what this looks like from a different angle. So we're going to step back, drop down. If you need to lean forward in order to feel safe, that's okay. This is your day, your workout. You choose how you're going to win your day, but by golly, we are going to win the day together because you are not meant to win your day alone. Step back, bring it up together. Step back, bring it up together. So I'm just alternating across into almost like a V. And if you want to stay same size, let's do five times on the same side. So step back, step two, step back, step two. Here's three, here's two, and one. And then we switch it out. Take a step back, make sure you feel safe, nice and balanced because we're switching sides. Drop down, step two, take it back. There's four, here's three, two, last one right here. Nice. All right. So another exercise we can do for our butt and our legs is we're going to drop down, squeeze and lift. Drop down, squeeze and lift. We're going to do several of those in a row. And you're going to feel as the vibration changes in the program, you're going to feel yourself all wobbly. That's okay. That's what we're meant to do, is change balance. Just feel a lot of burning right here in that booty. 5, 4, here's 3, 2, last one right here. Nice work. Step off. Last step right here. Drop down, lift off, squeeze that butt cheek. Squeeze Benjamin Franklin with your booty. That $100 bill, don't let anybody take it from you. Nice job. Just a few seconds left. Right here. We've got, let's go 10, 9, squeeze and lift, 7, you got it. Feel that burn. Burn is transformation. If you feel a burn, it's not necessarily sciatica. Your body is overcoming resistance and it's getting better. Last one right here. Woo! Nice. All right. Let's take that back around to the front. All I want you to do is just roll on down and enjoy the stretch. Just enjoy it. Well done. Let's roll on up. We're going to bring those heels in. Toes are pointed away. Reach down. Find your feet. Well done. Bring it back up. Nice and easy. Awesome job, my friends. Okay, that is the end of one 10-minute segment. I want you to grab a drink real quick. We're going to take it into an upper body series here really quick so that we can loosen up our upper body, and then I'm going to take it to the rebounder. So go ahead and get that water. Now, for some of you, you might not be able to handle a P2 on the rumble legs for your upper body. So you can go into manual mode. If you want to feel all 3 motors, you can. If you want to just turn it up to whatever program you feel comfortable with, by all means, go ahead and do whatever makes you feel safe and comfortable. I'm curious as to hearing how that last series went for all of you before we jump into series number 2 here, the next 10-minute segment. So if you can comment and let me know, yes, you like, it was challenging, didn't like, and you're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm here to serve all of you. This is not for me. This is all for you. So let me know how you like that. And we're ready to go for the next round for upper and loosening up. Now, if you have any kind of a shoulder problem, okay, if you have had a history of shoulder injury, if you're dealing with frozen shoulder, if you have had a surgery, all these exercises are some of the best that you can do in order to overcome that. So don't be afraid. If you have had an upper body injury or you've got issues going on with your neck or your low back, these are only going to help you. I see people in my office every single day that have a lot of these problems, and I use these exact exercises. I prescribe these exercises as their therapist in order to overcome a lot of the challenges that they're going through with their upper body. It is not your traditional rotator cuff exercises. They're better because we're grounded. Okay. Yes, for those who are just chiming in, you'll be able to find us on YouTube, not necessarily at the moment, but you'll be able to find all of this on YouTube later. So if you're missing out on this workout and you want to experience it again and again and again and again, then just come back to this page, save the video because it will be regenerated up into the VIP group as well as in our main group, but it will also be uploaded onto YouTube so you can watch it anytime and have fun with Amber and Lifepro in your living room if you absolutely love this workout. That's why I'm asking for your feedback as to what you love, what you don't love, because we're here to help. All right, you're going to need the yellow band for this. If you don't like the way that your platform feels with your palms as is, I have mats that I have cut to cover it. Some of them come with an extra mat you can use, but I just have these little simple mats so that if I don't like feeling the mat that is on the surface, I just take a yoga mat from Walmart or TJ Maxx or wherever and cut it into small sections, and it lays right on top of there so that you can feel whatever you want. Okay. All right. So here we go. So I'm going to turn on my power. Again, pick out whatever program you like. I'm always a P2 friend person, but it can be a lot for some, for upper body. So all I want you to do, making contact with our palms, is I want you to just squeeze your shoulders together like this, and then I want you to push your shoulders apart, okay? I'm going to bring you all a little bit closer so that you can see all of this a little bit more up and close. Give me 1 second here so I can get you all situated up closer. There's nothing worse than wanting to be able to see details and you can't because I'm too far away. So I'm going to bring you up really close where we can all enjoy this experience together. Whoops, little malfunction there. Bear with me here. There we go. Now we're talking. There we go. Okay, so remember, if you're having too much energy, if your hands are wider apart and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like my brain's gonna get injured. By the way, it will not cause brain injury. It will not cause a detached retina. This vibration, this G-force is not strong enough to cause any of those problems, whereas the medical grade, commercial grade vibration plates are capable of doing that. So you're using a residential model. We are not going to put a model in your home that is going to cause brain damage. That would be really stupid of us. So whatever you read in the studies, yes, it can be attributed to it at higher levels of G-force and hertz, but ours are not capable of reaching that because it is a safety protocol. So if this is too much for you, then sit back on your heels as opposed to having your head directly over the top. Just sit back on your heels so that you can enjoy the vibration because it's still working up into my shoulders. Now, what I want you to see, I'm going to turn this sideways so you can see this. But we're going to squeeze those shoulders together and then we're going to separate them as wide as we possibly can. We're going to squeeze them together and we're going to separate. And when you do that, I want you to keep those elbows locked out if you can so that you can truly feel this in your neck and shoulders, not through the elbows and the chest. And as you are squeezing and separating, you're going to feel the shoulder loosening up a little bit more at a time. Okay. What I want you to do now is position your hands up near the top of your board. Sit back and don't put your head on the board because we don't want to rattle your head, but just enjoy this. Sit back in what we call child pose or sit back on your heels if you can. If you got knee replacements and you can just get to here, that's okay. But I want you to feel all of this working through your arms into your neck and shoulders. And again, just getting on the magic machine, you don't have to do much of the work. You just have to get on board and go for the ride. It does it for you. Okay, now from here, we're going to take one arm and we're going to reach through the armpit, reach across, okay? And you're not going to feel like you're getting much out of this, but trust me, your torso will be thanking you later, okay? And back on contact on top, reach through armpit like you're threading a needle and reach across. And you're going to feel this in your shoulder, in your back, in your neck. It's a feel-good stretch while the other side is receiving vibration. Okay, you're going to grab your yellow band, put it around the wrist, and we're going to get into some rotator cuff here. So we're going to go out, out, and when I'm doing this, I want you to push off. So separate those shoulder blades as wide as you can. I tell people, get Amber off your back. You got to pretend like I am sitting on top of your back, on top of your shoulders, and you have got to push me off of you in order to exercise those little muscles that do a lot of good things, okay? So we're here, hands are in the center. Take it out. Let's do steps side to side. And again, if this is too much energy in front of your face, just sit back a little bit. You can still get the exercise or pick a different program, okay? So we're just out, side to side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bring it to the other side. Tap it out. You can see all the flubber in my arms is shaking free. All those toxins, all of those striations that are bonded and holding my muscles back. It is not fat shaking, by the way. That is not fat. That is fascia adhesions. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to go multi-directional. So we're going to go out, out, in, just like we did with our feet. Out, in. And again, if you have trouble with this, just sit back on those heels. Out, out, in. And you can still get this exercise. It's good for you. It will not hurt you. If you wake up tomorrow and you are really sore in some of your shoulder arm muscles, it's because you opened up new lines of energy and you just turned on muscles that have not been working for a while. It's like the bench warmers on the sidelines of the ball game. The varsity starters got maxed out and the bench warmers have to get up and get going, but they have no idea what to do because they've been on the bench for a long time. We got to get those muscles to wake up and start acting and doing what they're supposed to do. Okay, let's reverse this. We're going to go the other way, which changes the dynamics of which muscles are doing more of the work. So that's why we switch it up. But yes, this is one of my favorite exercises. I do this with NFL quarterbacks. I do this with professional baseball players. I do this with softball players, I do it with everybody. Construction workers, people who sit at a desk all day. It doesn't matter. We all have to take care of our vehicles. I like to call the body the vehicle. And we all have to keep things activated and moving. And when we don't do that, our body will definitely let us know, but it's usually not going to give us pain in an area that we think. It's going to give us pain someplace else because it is a compensation overload. And so if you have pain, I tell people it's not coming from where you think it is. The pain is just the trigger to shutting you down. It's actually coming from somewhere else. But you can see, I like to call it the flubber. You can see the arms are going nuts. And it's a feel-good feeling. So we're going to turn those palms from here, turn those palms sideways, and you're going to continue to feel really, really good and really relieving. So good. Yes. And then from here, we can turn those wrists all the way around. If you can get there, try and turn those wrists all the way around. And you can see a lot more stuff shaking loose. That's where the secret crap lies, right? That's where all the nastiness lies. So for all of you ladies and gentlemen who are not excited about your bat wings, you have the extra flab hanging underneath of your muscles on your arms. Guess what? We are breaking that free and we are metabolizing and we are toning and turning it up a notch. You are leveling up right now by doing this exercise. And right now I am itchy, 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 which means it's working. Good stuff. And then you can turn it on back around. Now, if you can't get all the way back here, it took me several weeks to work on this. Then you can go part of the way. You can bend the elbows a little bit more. Ooh, we're really itching right now. And then again, just work with whatever you can, whatever feels safe. And if you just want to hang out here extra wide, we can make this a little bit more interesting, doing a kneeling push-up, okay? Or we can go all out plank, okay? We can go all out plank. And so what that looks like is we have ourselves in a kneeling position here. We're just gonna take those legs away from us, push those heels away, push your hands into the board, get Amber off your back and just hold. This is like one of the greatest core exercises you can do. Oh, and by the way, if you don't wanna hold this position and you need your back worked on because your back is tight, just bring a foot up to the side and settle into this. It feels so good just to be able to stretch out into this position. If you want to get really adventurous and you want to go on top with a leg, all the power to you to try that, but I don't expect it by any means. But if you can't make it out there, just go out to the side. You can even go sideways here. You can do one knee up, one knee down. So you can modify this plank until you get strong enough to hold it on your own. So hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Switch out those legs. Try it again for another 5. This is how you work up to a long-term plank. You'll get there eventually. If this hurts your wrists, that's okay too, all right? Okay, we got 1 minute and 30 seconds. So what I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna have you sit on top of the board. Again, we're just loosening everything up for what's yet to come. From here, all I want you to do is take yourself off to the front, have a seat on the ground, and then get yourself back up. So you're holding on to the edge. If you need to go closer together, if you need to go to the outside, just adjust your intensity as needed, but we're just having a seat on the ground. If you don't want to do that and you just want to hold those arms up and maintain here, you can do marching in position. So if you don't want to work those triceps, if you don't want to work those arms, or if you don't have the mobilization to doing that, let's just work core. So pick those knees up and really feel things working. You want to make sure if you're sitting on top of your board, have your mat covering up the control panel, because if you accidentally touch it with your clothes, it'll kick off the program. I've done that so many times. Okay, good. Lift tall. Come back into it. Pick those knees up. Nice work. We're almost there, and then we're going to put our shoes on, and we're going to get ready to bounce. Bounce with me. Bounce with me. Yeah. Again, if you want to go into tricep mode where you're working those triceps and you're wanting to get those chiseled out arms, because you're never too old to have chiseled out arms, this is how you get there, okay? And you don't have to go that fast. We can ease into it and hold. And by the way, if you have neck shoulder pain, this actually helps to fix that because it's opening up your chest wall. And the chest wall is one of the biggest problems we have. The pec minor especially is one of the biggest problems for back pain and hip pain, is truly the front of the chest. It's not what you think that's causing it. All right, that was our 1.5 minutes. I'm going to readjust my camera. I'm going to get my shoes and socks on. I want you to grab a drink. If you have a rebounder, grab it and make your space available. If you don't have it, stay tuned with us here in the next 10 minutes, and we will show you what you can do on a rebounder, but you can also do this at home without a rebounder. If you don't have a rebounder, don't worry about it. You don't have to have one to do these exercises. They're just fun way to keep moving. Okay, let's take this up a notch. There we go. And we are back. Okay, water does the body good, so make sure you're getting your water. And I do believe we're going to need more height here on camera because we need 10 feet of ceiling space for all this joy. I just want to make sure you can all see me as I'm doing these exercises, because if you can't see me, it's not fun. All right, so shoes and socks are going on. As I'm putting on my shoes and socks, if you happen to have any questions that you want to chime in the comment section, I'll be happy to comment on any of those that you might have. If you've not been on a rebounder, I'm excited to hear if you're looking forward to trying it, if you're scared of one, if you've always wanted one and just couldn't afford one, because our rebounders are quite a bit cheaper than most of the other fitness grade rebounders that have been on the market. They're usually like $700, $800. These are not nearly that expensive. They're quite a chunk of that, like a good fourth of that at least. So, okay, athletic shoes are on. Remember, when we're rebounding, we want to make sure that we've got plenty of space around us so that we don't end up in tripping over things that we don't want to trip over. So I'm going to create a little bit more space here so that you can get a better view of what's happening. This is so much fun. I did an intro to this yesterday, and oodles and oodles of fun. There we go. All right. And we're ready. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes at a time, and we'll see what we can come up with. Again, we don't have music. Music is a hit or miss with people. People either love it or they hate it. So we figured if we can do without music, we're probably better off without music until we find something that common that everybody loves. So starting that timer right now. Hang on tight here. And again, I hope that we are the highlight of your day, because it's up to you how you use your 24 hours a day. So I've got the timer set for 10 minutes. I'm going to set it down there in front. Actually, no, I'm going to set it over here because I'm going to move this around a little bit so you can see it. Again, it does have a jump meter so that you can keep track of your jumps. If you want to have your resistance bands handy, you can have them handy, but you don't have to use them. Get on in the center and get comfortable with the center first. We don't want you to feel unsafe when you're on here. So again, go ahead and get centered and get feeling where you're stable. I'm going to bring you a little bit closer to me so you can really see what's happening. Sorry, I'm a little wobbly here. This is good stuff. There we go. Now we're talking, and you can still see Amber jumping through the ceiling. So we're stepping on. There we go. Okay, the handlebar. First things first. If you have the Lifepro Jump Track Pro or Lite, the handlebar for adjusting this is right here in the front. If you don't like how tall that handlebar is and you want it out of your way, lower it out of your way. I personally enjoy having it up high so that I can use it to create more explosion. It's a lot of fun when you do that. But again, you have to feel really safe with what you're doing. So if you find that the handlebar is in the way, get rid of it. You can actually unbolt it from the rebounder. If you decide you don't want to use it with the fitness trampoline, you can get rid of it. Okay, so we're starting in the center. All I want you to do is hold on to the handlebar and just rock back and forth. We're just increasing the elasticity and the motion of our feet and the muscles on our front of our shin and in our calves. We're just giving those a little bit of an extra stretch, getting them oriented, because if those little guys are really tight, you are going to feel it today, and you're going to feel it even more tomorrow as they are getting stronger and breaking free. So just rocking and rolling back and forth and getting comfortable, making sure that your knees are soft all the time. We always want our knees soft and unlocked. We don't want them locked out. Now, from here, just rock and roll through your feet, and we'll create a little bit of bounce. Just a bounce. We're maintaining contact with the rebounder. We're not getting any air time. We're just creating momentum here, okay? We're creating an acceleration in our movement contact with the jump mat. So just get comfortable with bouncing. If you want to take your hands off the handlebar and get really comfortable with bouncing, soften those knees up a little bit more. And let's see how high you can bounce without leaving the jump mat. So I want to see how high you can go without clearing air. So we shouldn't be able to see air underneath of your feet. We're just using these muscles in order to get things going. Okay? Nice and easy. You can hear my heart rate and my breathing is increasing. So we're actually getting a cardiovascular workout just by bouncing without leaving the mat. And again, if you need to hold on for the long ride. It's a fun ride, whether you hold on or not. It's like going to a theme park, right? Okay, from here, what I want you to do is I want you to just pick up and we're just marching in place. We're just marching in place because I want you to get comfortable with shifting side to side. It feels a lot different when you're on a small fitness trampoline than when you're on a big trampoline out in your backyard, okay? Or at one of the indoor trampoline parks, okay? So let's hold high and switch out. And as we are switching out, what I want you to be aware of is when you're doing that back and forth, I don't want you to hike the hip up. I want you to keep your weight centered as much as you can. We don't want to hike up the hip because we take away from the pelvic floor and those deep abdominals if we do that. So I want you to just get comfortable with high knees. Okay, good. Now from here, you saw me do this on the vibration platform. We're going to step out and step back in. Step out because we're trying to explore the diameter of our jump mat. We're trying to figure out where we're at on the trampoline so that we can develop that muscle memory so we don't wipe out. And again, if you have the Jump Track Pro fitness trampoline from Lifepro, it does have a bungee cord cover that covers up the edges so you don't even see the bungees and you can step on that. I don't have it installed at the moment because I wanted everybody to see that they're pretty much identical. Okay, good. Now that we've done that, we're going to go hands-free or you can just hold on to one side. Step out and step back in. Step out, step back in. So you step out, wave, give me a big wave. Hello, everybody. That's how we do it. Waving side to side. Everybody's having a good time. There we go. Okay, now as we get comfortable, now we're going hands-free, okay? Hands-free. And if you want to turn this into more of a dance, we can bounce into a dance. A little bit of what we call a merengue, which is a type of Latin dance, okay? It's an international form of dance. If you've taken a Zumba class or a dance fitness class, you've more than likely done a merengue, okay? Out and in, out and in, and then we can go a little faster. So this is your traditional merengue pattern. As I taught years of Zumba, about 8 years of Zumba, so lots of Zumba routines, but let those hips move. They're meant to move. When we walk, when we step robotic, very stiff, our body scars stiff. So get flowy, get like loosey-goosey, right? Good. Now from here, we're going to step forward, step back, switch out legs, step forward, step back, switch out the legs, forward and back, switch it out, forward and back. And then we can again go a little bit quicker. Again, if you want to sway those hips, get a little hip core activity going instead of just a step. Some of you, it's just a matter of getting comfortable with new movements, not necessarily turning it into a dance or into a coordinated pattern, but just moving in a way that you've never moved before. Because in order to have something in your life or get better in your life, you got to start doing something you've never done before, which means you got to stop doing something you've been doing a long time. Good. Now hands free if you choose. Boom. Take it forward and back. Switch it out forward and back, forward and back. Isn't this fun? And if you turn on some dance music at home, then you can really get into it, all right? Now we're going to mix that up. So watch the pattern. We're going to go out and in, take it up and back, take it up and back, okay? Out and in, take it forward and back, take it forward and back. Now we're going to go the way we came. So we're going to start opposite side. So we're going to go out and in. We're going to step forward other foot, step forward the other. Take it out, take it out again, to you, and back to you. All right. Now, if we want to take this more seamless and fluid, it looks a little something like this. And we take it forward and back, forward and back. Take it a little bit faster, out and in, forward, back, forward, back. Get it? Let's try it again, except I'm going to go the opposite way. So out and in, out and in. Take it forward and back, forward and back. Let's have some fun here. You got it. Having some fun with whatever you feel safe with. All right? Awesome job. Give yourself a round of applause for that. Now, let's bounce. Bounce with me, bounce with me. Feel free to pump with me, right? Yes, let's have some fun. Okay, so from here, now I want you to clear just a little bit of air, just a little bitty bit. It's not a jump contest to see how high you can get. We don't care how high you can get. We just want to know that you're jumping, and jumping means that we're actually clearing, we're actually leaving the mat. We're clearing a little bit of air, okay? And if you want to go one hand free, and other hand free, and then both hands free, I want you to make sure that you're keeping those knees soft. Don't lock your knees out, because if you lock your knees out and you land with locked knee or knock knee, either one, knock knee is here, lock knees is straight, you can actually destroy the meniscus or the joint plateau, like the surface of your knee joint. We do not want to cause any injuries here. So let's make sure that we're playing it safe. Okay, now, as you're getting comfortable bouncing, and if you don't want to jump, then we can bounce through the hips. So here's the difference, okay? Here's the difference, is we're swaying as we're bouncing, okay? So feel free to play without the feet moving the ground, and we're using our hips to sway versus bouncing. And you're using your hips to actually bounce, all right? We're coming up on the last 25 seconds, so I'm gonna have you actually take a break, and we're gonna come back and do another 10 minutes. Because I don't know about you, but I'm having a blast. So let's continue to have a blast and get better together. Okay, restarting our 10 minutes right now. And so here we go. Excuse me. Okay, well, where we left off, we're just bounce, okay? We're just bouncing, okay? Now bounce, a little jump, so jumping a little higher, okay? Now, if you don't want to jump and you just want to bounce, sway, we're just turning it, think about twist and shout, right? Except I don't want you to twist through the knees, I want you to twist through the hips. Excuse me. Good. Now feel free to let the foot leave the jump mat just a little bit. If you need to hold on, use your fingertips, use your grippers, whatever you need to do. We're just side to side. Okay? Good. Now, I want you to twist, okay? If you're just bouncing and twisting, keep your bounce going, but we're just twisting. So we're just rotating semicircle through the air. So take your hands and wipe across the semicircle, wipe across, okay? That's what I want you to do on the trampoline. So we're just rotating, and you can go slow while you're bouncing. So much fun. I don't know about you, but I haven't done a fun workout like this in like a long time. And I like to create lots of fun workouts, but this is a totally different type of piece of equipment that we haven't seen in the fitness world in a group setting in a long time. So Lifepro bringing it back is pretty awesome. Good. Now, if you want to bounce, then we can twist through the bounce. Okay, we can twist and jump. And you can hold on and just turn your hips, or you can relax and you can turn up top. Whatever you are feeling coordinated to try, but just make sure you're staying centered. Make sure that you're keeping your knees soft. Make sure that you're staying close to your handlebar if you need it. And if you start to feel huffy and puffy, because this is a heavier workout, it's a total body workout, low impact. So we're making those bones and muscles very, very happy. And at the same time, we are releasing a lot of happy hormones, which decreases stress and disease. So we're just having fun, bouncing along. Okay, and if you don't have the ability to rotate your feet like that, it's okay. Just use your upper. So think about jabbing. Ooh, I'm feeling it. We're going to have a kickboxing workout on the trampoline. Coming your way by Amber. I've been certified in mixed martial arts for a long time, so we can totally do some kickboxing kind of workouts. So much fun, right? Okay, good. Nice job. So now we've gotten lift off. Okay, there's a big difference in using your foot ankles to lift off and using your knees to lift off. Okay, so make sure and find what works for you, whether it's bouncing through your toes and the bottom of your foot, or whether it's keeping your foot muscles nice and comfortable and using your legs, using your knees. Okay, so we're gonna go side to side. Good, good, good. And then we're gonna twist. As much as you feel safe twisting. If you don't feel safe twisting, don't twist. Really easy. Okay, and then we're bringing it back down so we can lower that heart rate. Now we're going to take it back out to those steps because those steps, the dance is fun. So out, in, forward, back, out, in, forward, back. Just kind of follow along, whatever pace you want to. Take it forward. Oh, yeah. Out. Whoops. Yeah, I got all mixed up on my own routine there. So let's start this again. Out and out. Take it forward and take it forward. Now, that being said, the exercise that I just showed you was one that we started on the platform. So let me show you that routine because that's different. The one we just finished is stepping out and stepping out, but we bring it back to center first. The next one is out, in, out, in. Caution. When you step out, don't load heavy because we don't want the trampoline to come up off the ground. So when you load to the out, keep your center in the center, okay? So you're gonna go out. When you go out, keep your center. So your crotch should be looking down at Lifepro on the jump mat. Bring it in, okay? Out, in, out, in. An easy way to make sure you're not cheating that, just hold on. Out, in, out, in. Good. Now, what we can do with this is out, in, take it back, and in, take it forward, and take it forward again. See? So out, in, out. I got caught up there. Out, in, reverse the way you came. Good. Take it forward and take it forward. Or we can just stay the same way we came to keep it simple. So we always start left side, out, in. We just keep going. I'm telling you, if you're going to your left based on how you see me in the mirror here. So we can just go same side. Feel free to do whatever you want. And then when we come back to center, step forward with whichever foot you want. And then the other foot. You got it. So out, in, out, in. Bring it forward, in, back, step forward and back. Out, in, out, in. Step forward, out and back, up and back. Now, can we go back to the way we came? Out, in. So there's the difference. Out, bring it back to the center. So both feet meet at the center. Out to the center. The other one is both feet leave the center and they come back to the center. They leave the center, come back to the center. The other one is one foot always stays. And then it goes, okay? So you can mix and mash this up however you want to. It is just a lot of fun to come up with whatever kind of different routines you can, all right? So let's bounce. So we're just bouncing away. Rotating through the torso. If you want to throw in some punches in there because that just makes it easier for you to coordinate, that's totally cool with me. Okay, makes you feel like powerful and confident and like you can work out some really good stress that way. Good. Okay, now if you want to reach same side, okay, we can reach and push same side. So we're really opening up those torsos, opening up our chest, okay? And if you want to turn the other hand away from you, so you're really opening up the chest. So this is what it looks like. So would be right here, right? And then we just reach out a little further, come back center, reach out a little bit further, coming back to center. If we reach across and we want to open this arm up, we open up all of this, okay? So open up, reach, and open. That's what it would look like. If you want to try that, please feel free to try that. So we bounce, like little mini jabs across, or thinking about reaching for the diagonals of the room, and we reach a little further, okay? And we slow down that bounce so that we can really open up those arms. And if we want to reach and open, we can really reach and open full length arms. Good. Now, bounce with me. Get a little air time. Let's get a little old school jump rope going on. Little old school jump rope, okay? So when we jump rope, it's like this. We're just swinging the rope, just trying to clear the jump rope underneath, okay? Little by little. And then we can jump rope side to side, just a little. We're just making sure we're staying safe as we leave the jump mat. Side to side. Good. Now, I want you to hold on to your handlebar, and we're going to jump 1 foot and switch. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. So we're switching back and forth as we're holding on, just like we're jump roping. And when you actually go to let go, you might pick up that knee a little bit higher in the front if your handlebar is cleared for space to being able to do that. If not, here's how you fix that. You just turn your jump track sideways so you can still see Amber, and you just hold on with one side. So if you need space in front of you, just turn your body or turn the jump track so that you can see and use just one side for safety. Okay, so jumping rope side to side, having fun, right? Heart rate is going up. Good stuff. And then jump 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, you can hold on if you need to. And if you want to try and jump 3 times, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Back together. 1, 2, 3. Back together. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Back together. Or you can just switch back and forth. 1, 2, 1, 2. If you talk to yourself out loud, like I'm talking to all of you, you can actually correct the muscle memory much quicker. The coordination comes too, because what our body hears and what it does synchronizes. And that being said, that is our 10 minutes. Wow, that was 2 10-minute segments on vibration, 2 10-minute segments on the jump track. Let's bring this back down, heart rate coming down. So I just want you to march in place, bringing the heart rate back down, okay? And then I'm gonna show you some exercises you can do seated on your rebounder for core exercises, which is always fun, okay? And step tap, just nice and easy, because we've been bouncing, jumping. Now I gotta bring that heart rate back down. We don't want to just sit, lay down, and let our heart go nuts. Okay, go ahead and have a seat. If you want to use your mini loop bands, feel free to stick those around your foot or your ankles, okay? I'm going to change the positioning here of the camera so you can see better. You can see everything down. Okay, so if we lean back and hold on, we're gonna pick up those knees and drop back down. I want you to keep your head and chest nice and tall. If you wanna hold on to the jump mat, if you wanna find a bungee, we're not jumping, so the bungee should be safe to make contact with without shifting. So we're gonna bring up the feet, open the legs, and back down, nice and tall. Lean back, open the legs, back down, sitting up nice and tall. And if you want to open up tall and bring those arms up and overhead, feel free to do that, okay? I'm gonna turn my rebounder all the way around so that you can see this. And again, we're just turning this into a core exercise so that you can develop some awesome abs. We're gonna amplify those abs. So if you lean back, just make sure you know that your handlebar is back there, but pick those feet up, open up, and drop back down. To the side, it looks like this, okay? We are in the center of the jump mat. You can lean back if you want to, open those legs, and roll back forward. Let's try that for a change. Lean back, open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rock it forward. Hands come up so we know we're resetting. Legs come up, lean back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. rock and roll it on up, lift nice and tall, okay? Take those arms, reach around, get a nice stretch in there. Enjoy that stretch, feels oh so good. Stretching both sides, oh so good. Nice work. Laying back, open, 2, 3, 4, 5, rock it on up, sit nice and tall. Very good job. Okay, so that's one thing that we can do. We can lean back and we can do heel taps, okay? So if you want to lean back completely on the trampoline because it's comfortable on your back, we can just do heel taps. So legs are open, okay? Opening those legs, spreading those legs open, just heel taps, okay? If you want to hold on behind the rebounder, that's fine. Just make sure that you do not let your feet go over your head or you will go roly-poly backwards with the trampoline. That's a no-go. If you want to take those legs all the way down in front of you onto the floor and pick back up, this is going to get those abs up higher into your chest and all the way down to your groin, crotch, pelvic floor area. But again, I'm making this a little bit harder by using the band to keep those legs open wide, okay? And the goal is to resist that band as wide as you can tolerate it. And when we are dropping down, we're not feeling any air pocket underneath of our back. Our our low back is maintaining contact with the jump mat at all times. And if you can't do this, take your band off and we're going to hold on to your jump track wherever you feel safe. And we're just going to drop one foot down at a time, okay? But we want to make sure that we can feel our low back touching the jump mat in the center, or you are using the wrong muscles, okay? So there's that. Let's do 5 on each side. Nice job. You can take it all the way down to the floor if you want to. Good. Here's 3 more each side. Oh, feeling those abs today. You get amplified. Lighting those abs on fire. You're going to be seeing those in your waistline. Everything's going to slowly fade away. It's awesome. You see, we're keeping our heart rate so low on the jump track. We're keeping our heart rate so low that we're able to metabolize fat throughout. When our heart rate gets too high, when it gets over that 75%, 85% max heart rate, when we're getting into that moderate range of cardiorespiratory, we're using our glycolytic energy system, which is all sugar-based, so it will actually break down muscle for energy, which is not what we want. We already have a muscle eating away problem. We want to be able to tap into our fat stores and utilize that energy. The vibration platform takes the first 20 minutes in order to deplete the glycogen and in order to rattle loose all the gunk in our fascia so that we can actually use the muscle fibers when we break through those bonds. When we get onto the jump track, our heart rate is still at a low enough level that now that we have exhausted our glycolytic system at 20 minutes in, now we're able to hack into the fat burning series by keeping our heart rate at a decent level where we can talk and we can breathe together. But when we get our heart rate up so high that we have to slow down and catch our breath so we can actually talk to ourselves, that's when we are creating more inflammation. If you are older than 30 and you are doing steady state cardio at an 80% plus max heart rate for more than 20, 30 minutes, you are causing more inflammation because the fight or flight hormones, your cortisol, your adrenaline, your norepinephrine must go up in order to do that, which keeps it higher level, which causes more inflammation in the entire body, causes the cells to shift. If we can bring that heart rate into a range in which we are really opening up the elasticity abilities and the pliabilities of our legs, and we are using our second heart, which is our calf muscle, to pump lymph and all the gunk back up into our lymph nodes and closer to our core, you're not going to have nearly as much inflammation. Your waistline is going to go down. Your leg pain, foot pain is going to go away. You're going to have more energy, and your immune system is going to boost on up. So being able to start on the vibration board for 20 minutes and then jumping onto the trampoline for a nice, easy, total body, low impact, moderate rate workout is going to work us at a point in which we can actually use fat to break down fuel, the fuel in the fat stores, as opposed to breaking through our glycogen and destructing our muscles for more energy. Okay. So the question here is, what is the percentage of heart rate to burn the fat store that is not above 75% above max heart rate? So when we are tapping into 75% max heart rate, that's when you're going to start to feel the glow. You're getting a little sweaty. Heart rate makes us have a harder time breathing, but we're still able to talk. You should be able to breathe well and catch your breath and do what you want to do. If your heart rate is at that 75-ish, 80%, when you're getting at 80% or higher is when you really have to start pacing your breathing, and you really have to coordinate that through the diaphragm, which is here. We don't want to be breathing from up here. We want the diaphragm. When you can do that between 80 and 85%, you are really cranking a lot of calories, and you are really toning and working on heart and respiratory, but you only want to stay there for about 20, 30 minutes at max and shut it down, because we get too many inflammatory hormones that it cancels out the benefits of going long state. If we can drop back down less than 75%, 75% or less, you can be at 55% and you're still in fat burning mode. So here's what the cool part is. Because we have exhausted our glycogen and we are now hacking into fat stores, you're going to be tapping into those fat stores after you finish today's workout for another 24 hours. So our body actually releases more and more fat when we sleep at night. So if you're not sleeping well at night, then you're not releasing the healing hormones, which reduces those inflammatory hormones. So you can try and lose weight using the rebounder and keeping the heart rate at 75 or less. But if you're not sleeping at night, and if you are refueling with a lot of sugar, you're not going to see the waistline disappear as quick, but it will happen. All right. When it comes to, in general, staying moving, after you get done off the jump track, if you want to go outside and walk for, 2 or 3 miles, or walk another 20, 30 minutes, or you want to get on a treadmill and walk, you can walk as much as you want to. You're not going to hurt energy stores by walking, because walking happens at a steady state pace that the heart rate is not going to likely go above that 75% threshold. But in order to metabolize fat, it takes a tremendous amount of ATP, or energy, we call it, in the body. It takes a lot of energy to break down fat to use it for fuel. But once we start to break that down, you're going to start and see the shrinking in your waistline. You're going to start to see muscles starting to chisel out a little bit more. And you might not, here's the thing, you can't spot lose. So if you're trying to lose through your legs, or you're trying to get rid of some butt, or you're trying to get rid of this puff, it is not going to happen if you're just doing a lot of abs. You have to work the whole entire vehicle as a system. It's like you can't wear out the tires of the car without, if you wear out the tires, you can't just repair the tires and not repair other things all at the same time. You have to recalibrate. So the more that you can make it total body, you might not see things shrinking down in the waistline all at once, or in the butt all at once, but you're going to see the total body. You're going to see a difference in how all of your clothes feel. You might see an increase in the number on the scale when you get off and you get on the scale tomorrow or in the days to come. You actually might see an increase on the scale. It does not mean that you're getting fat by doing the workouts, okay? When you are using new muscles and when you are trying something new, our body has the ability to retain water, and it can swell a little bit more, initially speaking, until it goes through an adaptation phase. And that's when you will start to see things shrinking and disappearing and fading, and you're transforming into a new individual. So the whole concept of fat loss is not calories out versus calories in. It is not that at all. The science has been proven that. I have had to learn that lesson the hard way. I thought I could out-train a bad diet. So if I ate a pizza, I'm going to go blow 1,000 calories. I'm going to do it twice a day. No, it created way more inflammation, way more swelling. And I couldn't understand why I was gaining weight doing so much more exercise, until I had to go back and relearn the physiology with aging. So when you go through perimenopause or andropause, gentlemen, when you get past those early 30s, you can't do steady state cardio at the time that we used to, and yet the heart rate that we used to, because our body actually swells, so it can trigger autoimmune response in which the body attacks itself. So we don't want to do that. So don't do that to yourself. I'm looking here at some of the comments. Oh, I'm loving your feedback, you guys. I'm loving the explanation about cortisol and inflammation, because cortisol has been high and I have a lot of inflammation. And yes, so sometimes less is better. We've been told we got to go. Like, I want to lose weight, so I got to work out really hard. That is so false. I have lost more weight by doing less, slowing down, being more intentional with the workouts I am doing. If I only have 20 to 30 minutes to do, I'm going to do 15 minutes of cardio and I'm like going to push hard, 15 minutes hard of resistance. There are tremendous amounts of research showing right now that there are three indicators for quality of life and longevity of life. Those who live longer have got good heart health, have got good respiratory health, and have really strong lower body strength. So if anything, if you've got to prioritize your time, because like I am a single mother and I'm running a business on top of taking care of so many other people in the world, which I love, by the way, we have to prioritize how we use our 24 hours a day, and how we use those 24 hours a day is how we end up on the other side, how we end up each day. And you got to win your day to win your week. You got to win your week to win your year. And in a year from now, you're going to have this video come up and you're going to be like, wow, it's been an awesome year because I made sure I was winning my day by being intentional. And when you stop trying to lose weight, if you're trying to keep track of losing weight on the scale, when you stop trying and you just start feeling good and enjoying the process, it will melt away, and it will melt away when you least expect it. And you won't even know that it has come off until somebody comments about it. And you're like, wow, I'm going to step on the scale. And then you get on the scale and like, whoa, where did the 10 pounds go? It's because you were having fun. When you're stressing about weight loss, guess what? It ain't going to happen. Because if you are inflamed, if you are stressed, it is impossible to lose fat. Impossible. Because our body is in a fight or flight. When we are using our own thoughts to stay in a fight or flight state, our body says, no, we are not releasing fat for fuel because we can survive on fat for forever. We're going to continue to destroy the muscle and break it down for glycogen and for sugar. And if we do that, then we are going to be sustainable enough to be able to hold on to this fat for as long as we need to, because we want to survive, right? So if you stop worrying and you enjoy the journey and embrace the workouts and find the fun in your journey itself, then I promise you it will come off. Because when you lower your stress, when you improve your stinking thinking to happy thoughts and gratitude and appreciate the process, it is so much more effective, and you'll keep it off for a very long time. So make sure that you are using your time and your workouts intentionally, and that you're not overworking yourself, because you can actually work out too much. I was an addict to exercise, and I paid the price dearly for it. So I've learned the hard way, and I'm trying to teach you not to use it, not to do the same mistake, but to learn from my mistakes so that you don't have to make the same mistakes. But yes, as we get older, after our mid to late 30s, our hormones start to shut down and they start to shift, and we start to go through that aging process. But I'm here to tell you, I'm living my youngest life right now. I'm living like I'm 30 all over again, and I'm 47. And I'm loving life. I'm understanding how my body needs to function, and how one of you might be able to function and how another one of you is going to be able to function are two different things. So don't compare notes as to what one person is doing versus another, because we are all independent and our bodies all need something very special. So use the workouts, find what you love. Let Roseanne, Debbie, and Amber know how we can help you, because this is what we're here for, and we are all experts at the very top of the world in what we do. Lifepro hires and brings in the best to be able to cater to all of you, because if you're not responding to how our products are making a difference in your home, then Lifepro goes away. So we are here to make a difference and giving you what you need and what you want. So make sure and reach out and let us know how it's working for you. If you have a jump track and you want to leave a review, great. If you don't have a jump track, go on Amazon and feel free to order one. Go to the Lifepro page. You can use the code capital A MBER 20. So I'm going to type that in here. You can do Amber 20 is the discount code if you choose to use it. And it automatically gives you a discount right away. So if you want to do that, awesome. But if you already have a trampoline that is not a Lifepro brand, continue to use it, because we would love for you to use Lifepro products, but we just want to make a difference in your life so that you're better. So I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'll be teaching another video here in a few days about how to manage stress with a long work day and with family and back to school and trying to balance out life. So I'll be doing that on Friday this week. So feel free to chime in and see me later in the week. And if not, I will look forward to seeing you here in a few weeks. I'm out of town next week at the International Fascia Congress, which is first time in the United States being held. So I'm excited to learn the most world-class cutting-edge research from the top scientists in the world on fascia and connective tissue and stress. And then I will bring that back to you in 2 weeks, and we will do a whole nother series of workouts in which we can grow together and age younger and live our optimal life as a group, because life is so much more fun as a team. And we are so proud to be part of your team. So have a great day, and thanks for watching.